Hi, this is AINeuroCare Stroke and Epilepsy Specialist. I just wanted to bring one more bonus module for you guys so that you understand if you're truly into course creation or even content creation per se, you can operationalize it. What do I mean by that? It is extremely important that you think of the process. You think of operationalizing the whole content creation process, and the minute you do that, you will be successful. You will not be bored. You will not be tired out. You will not be burned out. And let's face it, us physicians who really want to get into this game, we are really starved for time as well. So it's important that if you are looking at this as a second career or just as a hobby, but you need to operationalize it, otherwise you're going to give up on that because it takes a lot, right? I mean, you need a course director sometimes, you need a graphics designer, you need a video editor, copyright editor, digital marketer if you really are, going to go ahead and full steam. Sometimes you need customer support, right? People have access issues. You need to make sure you have email automation systems as well going on. If you are really doing it right, if you're really doing it correctly, it takes a lot of time, effort, and energy. And it is more important that you understand where your worth is, how much you worth in terms of time is concerned. I do, always mark myself. So for example, if anything that is worth less than $100 an hour, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to delegate it. Make sure you quantify your value of worth as well, because then you are also able to access much better talent in doing it. I mean, I can do graphics, right? But I cannot do it as good as a proper graphics designer or a proper video editor. I will never be able to do it. So just quantifying my time at X amount, and then when that time, if time spending on that particular activity is less than that particular value, you should delegate. Also create a skill set, right? What are you good at? What are you bad at? And then you make sure that if you're good at something, and even if it costs less somewhere else, but you want to do it by yourself because you can create a passion for it, or you enjoy doing it, or you think you can do it much better, then do it. But if you're especially bad at it and sometimes it costs even more, go ahead and get it done, because that's very important. Because the most important for you is you are the content creator, right? Nobody else can create a content for you. Everyone can do everything else, but the content is going to come from you, right? So delegate. Most important asset for you is time. Quantify your time, optimize your time, reduce, because all these things of decisions, all these small things and arrows and links and all that, when somebody else takes care of it, it reduces your cognitive burden. And when it reduces your cognitive burden, you're using your mind to create more quality content. And also, if you already have the content, you're visually making it better. You're making sure you're creating your fan base, as we discussed in the last time. Those are the things you need to spend time on. So make sure that you delegate. Now, to be honest with you, upskill is there. There are multiple ways you can hire. And Upwork is there. Fiverr is there, and I've been recruiting heavily, and I have all these people now that they're in part of my team, from Neurology Pocketbook, AINeuroCare Academy, my own blog, etc. So I have all these roles that I just previously noted, and that is one of the ways that I'm able to create this while holding a full-time teleneurologist, teleneurointensivist, telestroke specialist job, because I only concentrate now on the content. And if I don't concentrate on the content, then I won't be able to produce this content. So that's where the operationalization comes in. Understand, like, breadth of course is huge. I mean, in healthcare, when I'm teaching healthcare, interestingly, I talk about care touch points, right? Initial phone call, booking an appointment, etc. There's a whole process we call about care touch points. Exactly in the same way, in course, there's engagement touch points. And if you are also, first, of course, we talked about building an audience and buying, and the person who's going to finally buy your course, but you have to keep that person engaged, because that's the person that's going to tell their friend. That's the person, that word of mouth is the best marketing that you will ever get. No matter how much money you spend, that is where the money really is. So make sure you spend time on that as well. So it's platform selection, program coordination, guest speaker coordination, applications, sign-up processes, onboarding instructions. I mean, there's a huge that goes even before. I mean, online courses may be a little less, but I do cohort courses too. So therefore, or at least take part of them in cohort courses. It is such a big pain coordinating everything. So it's better that you understand that a course creation is not small, because YouTube videos are different. Content creation content strategy, everything goes into it. So make sure that you have a strategy and then understand, operationalize it. So what are the each steps? And when you write them down, you can see, okay, this one I don't need to do, this one I don't need to do, this one I can delegate, etc. So these are all the before touch points. And then during, I mean, you have to continue to communicate with students. Maybe they have questions, they're going to come out, reach out with some of their own thoughts. You might want to include them in your next lecture. So you have to make sure that, you know, you have that feedback process going on. If you have external speakers, make sure that they are engaged as well, because sometimes they have a question for your guest speaker. How are you going to accommodate that? All those things need to be taken into account. And after the course, exit surveys are important so that you understand what you did wrong. You know, you also get testimonials. What are the other, because they also request, by the way, I really enjoyed this fantastic course of yours. Can you make a course on this? And believe it or not, interestingly, you had all the PowerPoints ready and it takes you another 10 days and you're fully ready for another course. It is important to get that after course testimonials, feedback, etc. So make sure that as much as you can operationalize, as much as you can delegate, as much as you can collaborate, as much as you can decrease your coordination, because that's where you think coordination is somebody else's job. Your job is creation, collaboration. Again, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Happy creating.
If you save a life, it is as if you saved the life of mankind. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my newsletter. If you want to get in touch with me, the best way is to go through Twitter or via LinkedIn. Also, make sure you follow the Academy website for regular updates. Thank you so much.